welcome to Elements in Focus, where we're going to explore the strange and surprising stories behind the elements of the periodic table. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're diving into the world of copper, which is a metal with a very long past and even more electrifying future. So joining me today is Ava, who's a Miracosta AP chemist and a copper expert. Welcome.
Thanks, Jack. I'm really excited to just chat about one of my favorite elements.
Great. So copper seems pretty ordinary. We can see it in pennies and pipes, but when reading The Disappearing Spoon, it makes it seem like it's a much deeper story. So what actually makes copper so unique?
I mean, you're absolutely right. Copper, it might seem just really ordinary, but it's one of the most ancient metals humans have ever used. It dates back to over 10,000 years ago, and Sam Keen, the author of the book, points out that early civilizations just loved it because it was really easy to shape, but more than that, copper actually it really kickstarted the Bronze Age, and that was when it was mixed with tin to create bronze.
Wow, so it basically launched civilization?
I mean, exactly. But what's even more fascinating about how copper behaves on the atomic level? I mean, it sits in an unusual spot on the periodic table, and it's right at the edge where the elements start behaving strangely. Copper's electrons are a little slippery, some might say, which makes it incredibly good at conducting electricity and heat. And that's kind of why it's used in everything from electrical wiring to smartphones.
So Keen also mentioned something about a weird copper and the smell. So it makes your hand smell somewhat metallic.
I mean, yeah, but that metallic smell, it isn't the metal itself. It's actually a reaction between your skin oils and the copper that produces volatile compounds. You're literally smelling a chemical reaction happening on your hand.
That's pretty gross, but that's pretty cool. And also, didn't copper show up in some pretty intense places throughout history?
I mean, definitely. One of my favorite stories from the book is how copper helped expose art forgeries. Since copper isotopes vary slightly depending on where they're mined, scientists can use that data to detect fake sculptures or coins. And it's like copper has its kind of own fingerprint, which I think is kind of cool.
So from ancient tools and modern technology and even crime solving, you could say copper gets around, right?
I mean, it does. It's also being explored for antimicrobial surfaces, which, especially in hospitals, and copper kills germs on contact. And it's a metal with a past and a promising future, I'd like to say.
Awesome. Thanks so much for shedding light on the electrifying element of copper, Ava, and thanks for joining us on today's episode of Elements in Focus. Stay curious.
Yeah, happy to be here.